EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front. You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Carr now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now Carr after the incomplete pass. 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now third down and very long. Now Carr. Dancing to his left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good, and it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing on first down is Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From midfield, here's Carr. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ced Wilson from 17 yards out. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A point after, good by Groupie. And that will get them one closer. So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He's got a man complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Up the middle, Achane. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll run, Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Alec Ingold from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Carr to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Carr. Forced out to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be brought down on what will be this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Carr going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw his Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Carr going to throw. The pass caught by Olave. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 3. Kamara up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On first down, Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Carr will look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw to Smith.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Demario Davis there on the stop. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Short throw to Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back to throw is Tua. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught by Waddle. And he's across from a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Sanders on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.